Hello chess lovers, I have a very beautiful attacking game for you played by Veselin Topalov against Robert Ciemniak. The game was played in 1991 at European Championship Under 20. At that time Topalov was 16 years old and his rating was 24.55 and his opponent's rating 22.30. Topalov, who had white pieces, started with e4, c5 by Ciemniak, Sicilian defense, knight f3, knight c6, d4, c takes d4, knight takes d4, e5, knight b5. The main move is d6, but we see knight f6 by black, bishop g5, d6, and now white is capturing on f6, damaging black's pawn structure. But of course there is nothing wrong with black's position, this is all theory. Bishop c4, bishop e7, queen h5. There are some threats already and black castles kingside. Though black king is exposed, but of course black king is in safety. White castles kingside and f5. This is already weakening black's kingside too much. It was better to play bishop e6, and if knight d8 then king h8, then bring the rook on g8 square. But instead we see f5 and Topalov simply captures on f5. d5, probably black had miscalculated something, because now Topalov plays rook d1 and after queen a5 he also captures on d5. Queen e1 check, bishop f1, queen e4, knight c7, both protecting the rook, also attacking black rook. Rook b8 and g4, this time protecting the pawn on f5. Knight d4. Black wants to capture on c2, and also there can be some very nasty checks from f3 square. That's why we see knight d2 covering both f3 square, also attacking black queen. Queen takes c2, and an interesting sacrifice by Topalov, rook takes d4. Removing this powerful knight from d4 square, it takes d4, knight d5, bishop d8, knight f3, f6. At some point this rook can protect black king. Rook e1, queen c5. Now the knight on d5 is under attack and white plays knight d2, indirectly protecting the knight. The knight can't be captured because of this bishop c4 pin. But actually, instead of playing knight d2, according to the engine, white had a powerful move, and that move is knight g5. After this move, a very complex variation can arise, which of course for humans can be very difficult to find. If, for example, f takes g5, then f6, white is now threatening queen takes g5, and then this is going to be a checkmate. Of course, the knight can't be captured because of this powerful deflective move, and then black king will get checkmated. After f6, black should play queen c2 with the idea of covering the king, then bishop c4, threatening some very dangerous discovered checks. And if a move like king h8, then queen e8 is very strong, and black king is getting checkmated. Let's go back, but instead after queen c5 we see knight d2. Here comes b5. Black is trying to activate his pieces. At any moment this rook can come and help black king. Already the c4 square is controlled and the knight is hanging. We see bishop g2, queen d6, now comes the knight, knight d4, queen d7, again the knight can't be touched because of this knight f6 check winning the queen. After knight d4 we see queen d7. And now you can pause the video and try to find Topalov's next moves. Actually now is unleashing a very dangerous combination. Ready? Topalov first played knight takes f6 check, bishop takes f6, here comes the second knight, knight takes f6 check, rook takes f6, bishop d5 check, sacrificing the bishop as well, queen takes d5. Well, this is losing on the spot. A better move was playing king f8. This can prolong black's life, though after queen g5 with the idea of checkmate in one, rook g6, white can capture on g6, and then if queen takes g4, then white can exchange the queens and then capture on h7. If king g7, then rook e7 check, and this is an endgame where white is winning. But instead, after bishop d5 check, we see queen takes d5. Now comes rook e8 check, king g7, queen g5 check, rook g6. Of course, if king f7, then queen g8 checkmate. Rook g6. Now comes f6, giving a check, and now white will win this queen. King f7, but first rook e7 check, saving the rook, and only then Topalov captured on d5. Rook takes g4 check, king f1, and black resigned. There are so many threats that it's over. White is winning. This was truly a spectacular attack by Veselin Topalov. From his early age, he was a very dynamic and aggressive player. His games can never be boring. If you enjoyed this mind-blowing attack, don't forget to give the thumbs up or subscribe to my channel. More games are coming. Good luck.